This brings back really fond memories. I'm here at Trevilian's Pharmacy, where they have an old-fashioned soda fountain, exactly like the type of pharmacy my dad ran that had a soda fountain. And ironically, I was an intern in pharmacy school here at Trevilian's some 30 plus years ago. When I worked in my dad's pharmacy, it was a family-run business, and he was competing with some of the bigger chain pharmacies. And the reason he was successful in life was the care and compassion that he showed us toward his customers, because he was certainly not going to beat the big chain stores on price. And that's kind of the message that he always instilled in us. To be a success in life, it means caring, listening, and compassion toward those people that you interact with on a daily basis. Listen to them. Lend a helping hand when you can. Help those people that are in need, because it will come full circle and you will get more out of life than thinking about yourself. Now, flash forward some 20 years later, and I was working midnights in a pharmacy at a hospital, and part of my responsibilities was to mix up chemotherapy for the cancer patients on the cancer ward. And I would have to deliver that chemotherapy to those cancer patients. And one of the things I learned when I was delivering chemo to the cancer patients was these people were at their most vulnerable. They wanted somebody to listen to, they were scared, and they didn't know what was going on. So I made sure every time I'd make rounds delivering chemo, I took that time to listen, to be a compassionate ear. And if they had questions, I wasn't the one that was going to answer those questions, but by God, I was going to find out who could. And that's the way I kind of believe that my father instilled those values in my life, and it's the way that I've carried through in my professional career. And at Bailey Glasser, I've dedicated the last 30 years of my career helping those who needed help. I was a pharmacist by training, I understand medicine, and I understand the healthcare system. But when my brother and sister each suffered a fairly serious medical condition, and I was interacting with their physicians, even though I had that baseline information and I knew about the system, I knew the medicine, it was so overwhelming to try to process everything that was coming at you and your family during those times of stress and anxiety. So when I deal with people, when I deal with clients who may have a family member or themselves that have suffered some type of catastrophic medical injury, the first thing I take to heart is, what did I need to understand? What did I need when I found myself in a situation similar to theirs? I listen. I find out what they need. I find out what their ultimate goals are. And I care about those people on an individual basis. They're not clients. I go back to what my father taught me. You treat those people that you interact with like they're your family and how you would want your family treated under similar circumstances. You are going to have interactions every day, whether you practice law like I do, whether you work in a factory, whether you work in an office building. Make sure you take advantage of every opportunity when you have those interactions to have a positive influence on those people that you have an interaction with.